Guys and girls, it's Billy Mack. Welcome back to my garage. Here we are. Last episode, you remember we did some paint work on the car, and at the end of the video, you saw that I was ripping the engine apart. Want to find out why? Let's see it. Let's see it right now. Okay, so what I have to do here is I ordered up a bung. We're going to throw a bung in there for the turbo oil drain. I pulled everything off. I had a new cam cover or whatever, thrust plate or whatever the hell they call them. This one here was new as well, but when I ordered it, it didn't have the bolts. And these here are, this cam cover is tapered, and yeah, these are not tapered. There was one thing that kind of concerned me a little bit. That off. And sure, well, I'm gonna put you guys down for a second and I'm gonna turn the engine over. Yeah, so there's oil leaking. So yeah, the thing that concerned me a little bit is, what one are we on here? Yeah, right here. As you can see, maybe, let me get in here, see if you can see it. There's like a line. You can kind of feel it. None of the rest of them have it. I guess this one here does a little bit. No, maybe not. That wipes off. But yeah, there's a line on this one here. And I'm not sure. Maybe the oil ring collapsed and moved over a bit, causing a little bit of a scuff. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rotate the engine around, see if any of the other cylinder walls have that line in there. And if so, then what I think I'll do is the ones with the line, will pull that piston and rod out and see. This one here's kind of got a faint one too. And that could be just from sitting and moving it up and down. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna check that over and see if anything else in here has the lines. Okay. So this one here appears to have a faint one again, and this one here like we talked about, and I think that is it. This one here looks like it's got a little bit maybe where something was sitting while the engine was sitting, so I can clean that up a bit too. But kind of where the rings, where the pistons were sitting, it looks like there's like a little faint black line. So I don't know if that's just from the rings. I'm not sure. So the only problem is I don't really have one of those dongle thingy-majiggers. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna flip this engine over and I'll get a spot set up over there. Start pulling some pistons and rods. I'm gonna mark them up first. We'll start one over there, top dead center, and so I know exactly where everything's going. Alright guys and girls, I'm back out in the garage now, and I did some research, and basically what I am saying is, well, what a lot of people said, just send her! The plan is to build myself a 7-liter. I don't want to go crazy expensive with this engine, because as soon as I can find my 7-liter block and whatnot, I'll start building it. I don't really have the funds sitting available to spend $25,000 on an engine right now. So this one again is what I'm going to do. All new bearings, everything like that's new. The block was done over, all new rings, everything like that is done. The head's ported, polished, blah, 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 as you guys seen on my videos before. So I do not want to go out and buy pistons and rods for this thing. You know what? So I'm just gonna clean it up a bit. As you can see, from sitting excessive amount of time, yeah, the journals are, well, they're discolored a bit. So what I'm going to do is wipe those down, grab some 1000 grit sandpaper real quick, and give them a quick scuff over, shine them all up, and Then whenever Jamie can come out and help me, we are gonna toss these bad boys back in, reassemble the block. My oil return bung should be here today. So we'll get that drilled and tapped and get this engine back together so we can throw it in the car. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to pull the rings off, make sure that there's no burrs on them, do a nice little file at the end, just a light little file, and make sure that, you know, that's not causing any scuffs or anything on the side of the cylinder wall. Once I get those all completed, we'll throw the rings back on and bing bang boo, pop them in the block. I'm still waiting for Jamie to come out. I don't know where she is. I thought I was gonna say that and she's gonna be popping, hey, and I'll be like, hey, and she'll be like, hey, and I'll be like, wee, but that's not how it works. All right, so the boring part, I'm gonna peel these rings out and yeah, get them all filed down. You don't need to see that. Boring, boring, boring. So I have all the rings back on, filed down, cleaned up. Now, we are going to grab some oil. I'll put some down there. Actually, we'll roll the engine over, make sure everything's clean in there first. Down at the bottom, get our assembly lube on the journals. I don't know if we should put a little bit of oil in the journal, oil line holey things there, but I'm gonna do that anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna get it turned around, get it cleaned, and then I'll come back. Right, Jane? Yep. Right. But first, today's video was sponsored by Rockstar. Rockstar, feel the burn. Is that their saying? No. No, okay. I don't even know what. Okay, all right. I'm gonna get to that then. As you guys can tell, I'm not holding the camera right now. Jamie has made an appearance. She's made an appearance. And now it's time to place okay, so we want that dimple to face the front. Anyway, I'm not here to show you guys that stuff. You guys got her. You guys got her. Hopefully that closed enough. Hopefully that closed enough. Look at that.
What? That was way easier than the last time we did it. Why?
We're experienced. Yeah, that seemed like it went in there a lot easier. Before.
Way easier.
Alright, so you saw the first one going in there. We're gonna shut the thing off and get them all in the hole.
Because they're probably all not going to go in there.
No, so we'll be right back. Alright, pistons and rods are all in. Now what I gotta do is just grab my torque wrench and I'll torque these down. But first, I'm gonna run into the house, help Jamie make some supper, and away we go. But yeah, everything's in there all right. All the rings were aligned right, the dimples were up. That took about an hour and a half to do, but they're in. They are in. So next, what I think I'll do, like I said, after actually I'll put everything together in the engine first, and last thing I will do is tap that, and we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, supper's over, and now it's time to torque these down. So these are reused stock rod bolts. So normally you would get them to a certain torque, then run your degree thing to like 60 degrees or 30 degrees or whatever. I don't even know what it is. But with these ones here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 30 pounds, and then I'm gonna go to about 52 pounds or so. and leave it at that. And then possibly tomorrow I'll come back out, or maybe after I'm done assembling everything else, I'll come and I'll recheck them again just to make sure they are all the same. These are torque to yield, so they're already stretched, whatnot, factory ones. Not telling you guys to do it like that, but a lot of people do it like that. So, gonna get to that now. I'll be right back. All right, so this is where I'm at now, just putting on the timing set. As you can see, right here, this dowel should be pointed up to the number 1 cylinder. Number 1 cylinder should be up to the top of the stroke. And down here you can see the dot in this one. They're all a little different, but here's the dot for this one. And it's tooth for tooth for the dot on here. So that there means it is timed, top dead center. So now I'm going to torque these down to, I believe it's 26 pounds-feet. And then we can throw the oil pump on. Hi! All right, so as you can see, I have the helmet on. Liv and I took a break from the engine and we're out in our pit here. Say hi. I'll lift that up. Can't see anyone. Hello. 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 Just lift this one. Right here.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so this is where we're at. You can hear the frogs in the background. She's got school in the morning, so we figured we'd go out for a rip before she's got to get ready for bed. And yeah, so we'll get back to it in the morning. Get back to finish putting that engine together, mounting that 10AN bung. But for now, let's get back to riding. All right, so I have the bung in place. That's the oil drain. These have a really good rating. I don't have an aluminum welder, nor do I know how to aluminum weld. So this one here, it's 2 pieces. There's gaskets in there. I also threw in a little bit more of a gasket maker. Now it's time to throw on the harmonic balancer from Summit. This is an SFI unit, 18.1 or something like that. So I'm gonna throw that on now. I'm just waiting for Jamie to come out. I'm gonna get the torch, heat this bastard up real good, and hopefully we can slide her on. Ta-da! So there we go. We got the balancer on. This thing here, SFI 18.1. Everything here is all lined up. Timing cover is on. I'm gonna roll the engine over. Gonna throw the lifters in. Actually, I don't even think I need to throw the lifters in right now. I'm gonna clean this stuff up. I don't have any of the blue gasket crap that I have to use in here. So we have to put some here, here, and here. And then we can throw the gasket and the oil pan on. Like I said, I got the bung in place. So this is this. That's pretty well where the engine was before I took it apart. So that was just a little project that I added to it. Like I said, it's just more for protection. I have to clean up the heads. There's a little bit of dirt inside one of the cylinder walls, so that's easy enough to clean. I'll clean it out. I'm gonna do a quick test to make sure that there's no leak, make sure the valves are seated well, and then we'll throw those on the motor. Once I throw the motor in, I'll pick up an engine hoist here either tomorrow or the next day and get that all setting in there. And then it's basically gonna get under the car, make sure everything is tight, everything is solid, and get to work putting it all back together. It shouldn't take that long to put it back together, probably a good few days to put everything together, get the fenders and bumper on and whatnot, make sure I have enough space in the back. But again, that's all for another episode of Life with Billy. But for real, guys, please like and subscribe. I am Billy Mack, and welcome back to my garage.